Okay, today we're gonna go through a little bit of hip flow. Okay, so this is gonna be hip flow 1. First thing I'm gonna do is this 90-90 position. Okay, so foot's up here, making a box with your shin. That's what I call Shin Box 2. Chest up, grab that front leg, rotate away. I'm gonna speed through this a little bit just for the video. Hold that for about 30 seconds, okay? Making sure we're doing both sides. From there, heels are drilled into the ground. Chest can be up, hands can be back here if needed, or you can sit up, that's a little bit more challenging. And rotating those heels side to side, okay? So, or those hips. Heels stay in the ground. So when my hands are up, a lot more challenging on the core and the hips. Sit back as well, okay? From there, chest down. Okay, when I'm doing this, I'm thinking about rotating those hips back. Chest down onto my knee, coming back up, rotate to the other side. Hips back up, rotate to the other side. Doing this properly, I'm feeling this in my right, my back butt cheek right there, as I come back up, okay? So we do that 5 on each side, just like the rotations on each. Next, going into half kneeling hip flexor, right here. Coming forward, squeezing that butt. I want you going as far forward as you can. Drive that knee forward until you can't go anymore. Come back up, push out of it, relax. Okay? Right forward, squeeze that butt. Drive forward as far as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come back up. 5 on each side there. Okay? Next, we're going to do big lunge going forward. Hands down in the middle. Rotate, looking at that front leg. Hand down the ground, push that knee back, come back up. Okay, so from a different viewpoint right here, big step, hands in, straighten out that back leg, rotate, hands on the outside, grab the knee back. So go ahead and do 5 each side right there, okay? After you do 5 each side, going into a little bit of groin stuff here, okay? So, straighten off one leg, other knee's bent, side view, toes underneath me there. And in this quadruped position with that outside leg out. Rocking back into my back foot over here, coming back out of it. Rock back. If you can be barefoot, make sure we're having that toe dug into the ground right there. So when we sit back, stretching the bottom of the foot a little bit as well. Okay? Let's get 10 rocks each side. 10 rocks on the other side. We'll go back to a little bit of hip internal rotation. So, if you've ever done child's pose before, we're sitting forward, sitting back with the hips. Same thing, but we're gonna rotate those feet out a little bit. So if you watch it from the front, normal child's pose is right here, okay? We're gonna kick those feet out. You can see I'm having kind of an internal rotation, almost knock knee feeling here. I'm gonna sit back, not gonna be able to sit back quite as far as before, coming back up, okay? So we're rotating these bones, these femurs internally, and now we're trying to rock back and forth. 10 to 15 rocks each side. Finally, last thing we're gonna do, okay, we're done with hips, now we're just gonna work on a little bit of that low back, okay? So I'm thinking about taking a deep breath in. Imagine you have a string in your low back and it's pulling straight up to the sky and I'm squeezing my butt, okay? So taking a deep breath in. Bring it out. Looking up to the sky, arching that back. Trying to open up that stomach as much as possible. Hold that straight up, squeeze the butt. Arching that back when I'm down here, I'm pushing into the ground and trying to get that spine up as high as I can. So really we're trying to loosen those hips, loosen that low back and that junction right there. So that's gonna be your hip flow 1. Yeah, if you need to go back through that and do another round or something, you feel a little tight somewhere, one of those is really lighting you up, do it again.